Hello, everyone, and welcome to our presentation today for finals. My name is June,
My name is Dika.
And I am Rosie.
and today we will be showcasing the friendship feature we have spent the latter half of a month or two working on. So, yes, at the moment, the CSXL is meant to be a place of collaboration and working together and just coming together and starting to form those more business professional relationships in computer science, working on projects together, all that fun stuff. And there are some great ways to do that right now and to foster community building through the organizations tab, through the events tab, stuff like that. And you can also, I believe it may even be possible to book your own reservation for multiple people, but there's no currently existing friendship system, which is a commonplace in many different web applications across the globe right now. And so we decided to give it a shot. It was also by far the most popular uh, topic for finals, so there's clearly demand for it. A lot of people were interested in it. So, with the friendship system, the features that we went out to create to help solve this need was the ability to send friend requests to other users, to accept or deny friend requests. So you choose who becomes your friends. Then, if you accept a friend request, they become your friend. And then, once someone is your friend, you will be able to see whether or not they are checked in or confirmed for reservations at the CSXL, along with where they are sitting and when they are there to help make it easier to organically bump into people and collaborate on a whim. We hope that also this will lead the groundwork for other features to be added later on. More on that later. And so now we're going to jump right into a demonstration of our features. So first off, we have here the CSXL web application open. On the left, we have Rhonda Root logged in, and on the right, we have Michael Murray logged in. So first of all, we are going to show what happens if, say, Michael wants to send a friend request to Rhonda. And so Michael is going to go to the Friends tab, and he is going to search for Rhonda. And this will, as you see as we start typing, it'll search through all the users in our database until it eliminates and finds only those that match. So Michael sees Rhonda here. He's going to click the Send Request button. Uh-oh, there's an error. And we see this is because there's a pending friend request in process. Michael currently has a friend request already sent to him by Rhonda. As you can see, we have some error checking mechanisms in place to make sure things like this don't happen. So Michael can choose to accept or deny this friend request. For the sake of this demonstration and to show all functionality, Michael is going to deny the friend request, say his finger slipped or something, and that will just remove it from this friend request list. And now, Michael should be able to send a friend request to Rhonda. And there we go, it was sent successfully. So now, Rhonda, whenever she logs in on her Friends tab, she will go here and on her friend requests, she will see, oh, there's one from Michael. She will hit accept, and now that happened, I will pass it off to Dika to continue the presentation.
Thank you. At this point, both users can see their updated friends table and request table showing the new friend that they have made or an empty user request table. We also added another feature that allows a user to see when their friend in the CSXL is online. And for this, we modified two different components of the application. Firstly, when a user goes to make a reservation in their co-working tab, they're able to confirm their reservation. And then on the other end, their friend is able to see that the user is able to see that their friend just made a reservation at a table at the bottom of the co-working page. Similarly, when the user is able to go to the Friends tab, they will see a yellow circle that appears right by the name signifying that their friend has just confirmed a reservation for the CSXL lab. I'll now pass it over to Rosie to demonstrate what happens when that user checks in.
Thank you. So just like Dika said, if a user is to check in into the Excel lab, immediately we will see that on the co-working tab, their status will be updated to checked in. And of course, you have the details of where they're sitting. Additionally, when they go to the Friends tab, we will see that the yellow dot changed to green, indicating that they are checked in into the Excel lab. Extending this, if a user is to be checked out of their reservation, we will see on the co-working tab that they're removed from here. And additionally, on the Friends tab, there is no indication that they're online. I will now pass it on to Dika to talk about challenges that we faced.
While working on this final project, we faced different challenges, but we were able to work through these challenges as they came up. Our first challenge was adapting to the existing code base, and we worked through this by doing comprehensive code reads before we had each sprint. Secondly, we all had different sleep schedules, which affected our planning for different meetings, but we were able to work through this by planning fixed times before each sprint to ensure we had enough time to work on that sprint. And we had enough time to revise and integrate before we had to submit that sprint. Finally, we faced issues with our hardware, specifically having issues with Docker and VS Code, but we were able to all fix this by going to office hours when needed, having ample time to work on our code. I'll now pass it over to Rosie to talk about the next steps for this project.
The next steps that we see for this feature would be the ability to delete a friend request. So this means that if I were to send a friend request, I should be able to take it back. Additionally, we will want some type of functionality for unfriending. And also this might be a bit more robust, but a messaging system of sorts would also be really good for this feature. Additionally, we will want some real-time notifications. So for example, even though now whenever friend requests are sent, it immediately inserts it into the person's friend request table, it would be nice if a user was able to be notified in real time whenever they had a friend request coming in. Additionally, on the Friends tab, whenever a user hovers over the green dots or the yellow dots, it would also be really nice if the information that's displayed in the co-working tab, such as their reservation time, where they're sitting, if information like that were to be able to be displayed whenever a user hovered over the bubble would also be really good. Those I think would be a really good next steps for this feature. Aside from that, that concludes our presentation. Thank you for your time.